Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Training Thursday. My name is Glenn, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Always glad to be here. Always glad to have you here. What happened to my thing? Hold on, Joey, for 1 second. Okay. Man, I always say this. There's a lot going on in the market because there always is. If you can hear me loud and clear, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. All right. So today we have a guest. We're going to get to that in a second. You got put back to senior instructor. Did I say senior instructor? No, I'm the senior stock market. And I'm the guy. I'm that SMSA. All right. So now Florida said, nice voice. Joey did some work on the mic yesterday. On the audio, so let me know if it sounds any better. Let me know if it sounds any better. We spent a little bit of time trying to fine-tune the microphone to make it better. So hopefully it's coming across now. Coming across better now. What's up, G Dave? Check the tape. I don't know. Did I say senior? Joey does rock, Tom. Joey does rock. All right. I need the mouse for a second, and now I'm good. All right. It looks like the alert just hit. I just heard it. You sound nasally. Well, it's okay. Again, Joey and I still trying to hone in on the mic. Still trying to hone in on the mic. We'll make it. Lost audio shortly, says James. Hopefully it came back. Sing out. I'm not ready to sing out yet. Joe makes the trains run on time. What's that got to do with anything? What do we got to talk about trains for? Joe, really, Mark? Joey for president for 2024. You know something? At this point, I would actually vote for Joey. At this point, I would actually vote for Joey. Hi, Charlene. All right. So with that being said, let's take a look at what's going on in the market today. You can see on our color guard, still all three colors being represented on a 6-day time period. The market is having a hard time. Really, Joey, you're going to post that? Market's having a real time, really, truly finding a direction. Which is, we've been telling you a long time ago to take half off, a whole lot of things to be defensive. When I bring up the market timing graph, which I'm going to do now, as I bring up the market timing graph, I am looking at the composite, the VVC sitting in a channel, right? I am liking that the MTI is off the levels of being way overextended. It's back in normal range. Today, the MTI is at 1.26. So it's not too low, it's not too high. It's almost kind of like just right. Amir says, I will vote. He's going to vote for Joey, too. He's going to vote for Joey. The MTI is down. Isn't that a good sign? Amir, I just said that, didn't I? I just said that. It is below the value of 1.5, 1.6. So I do like that. Do I think that it's the time to go short? Christopher, I will let you know that I did take positions in contras yesterday. I'm looking at today's candle. Look at that. All right. I think the market is coming. Look at a little bit of indecision going on right now. We'll see. I do have a bigger wick at the bottom showing me some more buying pressure today than it is selling pressure. I've got stops on my contras. I looked at the primary wave going down. I looked at the red light in the color guard pricing column. And then I looked at the DEW. All those three things were down. So I took positions in contras. Today's mixed slightly up day is hurting me, but as I look at the market still coming off of the high, sitting in the channel towards the bottom range of the channel, I am just going to see, and hopefully the market comes to me. Hello, Pedro. If Joey can make the talent sound good, imagine what he can do for the country. Wow, Mark. Joey's sitting in the background going, he's giggling like a little schoolgirl. That's what he is. I know he's got to get going. Mark's making him feel all good. Kathy says, hi, Glenn, hear you well. No, stop it, Joey. Stop putting stuff up there. So I'm unpinning it. All right. So with that, a little bit of indecision today, a little bit of a doji going on, but we are still at the lower level or the lower range of the channel. I'm still holding my contras, but I do have my stops on them. Follow through. So U12, if I'm looking for follow through to the upside, I want to see if we can come off this level of support and go up to the level of resistance. All right, then I've got to see if it's going to break through the level of resistance. But right now, U12, it's in a channel. Right now, will you hold your 3-time contras over the weekend? Charlene, right as of now, where the VectorVest composite is, yes. Let's see what happens with tomorrow. Actually, let's see what happens with the follow-up or finish-up of today. And then let's see what happens going into the weekend, and that will determine whether or not I'm going to hold over the weekend. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Boeing? Right now, that's one of my stories today. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, Dell. I'm going to definitely talk about that. How about that? Dan says, as I reflect and with a heart of appreciation, I'm thankful for you, Glenn and Joey. I'm going to leave that up there, Joey. I do. Thank you guys for that. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate it. Am I using a trailing stop? 15%, Ronnie. Using a 15% trailing stop. All right. With all of that being said, let's talk about why the market is sitting in the range that it's sitting in. I'm going to move over to the news real quick, as long as I can find it. All right. And this is what I'm looking at. A couple of things from the market. U.S. weekly jobs claim fall to a level last seen in 2022. All right. So people are working. People are working. That means they're making money. Wages are going up. I don't still think that it's keeping up with the rate of inflation, but more people are making more money. More people working, making more money, spending money. All of that is inflationary. All right. So that's where I stand on that. Then we've got a Fed governor reiterates that rate cuts are coming, but not soon. That's Christopher Waller saying that, but I don't know when it's coming. Then I get this story. Bam! Fed Raphael Bostic expects rate cuts to happen when? In the third quarter. When did Uncle Glenn say that he thought rates were going to be cut? Anybody? Anybody remember the words that I used? What time frame did I think that if rates were going to get cut, when were they going to get cut? Anybody want to venture out what your Uncle Glenn said? Because I've said it on more than one occasion, just so that nobody steps up there and says, well, you just said it now. Anybody remember when Uncle Glenn said the rates are going to be cut? I actually didn't say third quarter. What did I say? There we go, Mike. Not till summer. Not until summer. Well, July starts the third quarter. When is that? Oh, it's in the summer. Charlene, I never said March. Other people said March. I never said March. I said that rate cuts probably would not happen until the summer. Why? Because it would be pre-election time. Because it would be there goes, John says, right before the election. All right, so that's what I said. And it looks like right now, it looks like it may be coming to fruition, but we'll see. All right, this is just talk. This is just talk, and it's all about the action. Can we still get rate cuts in March? I don't foresee that. I don't think it's the right time to do it. I still think if you're going to do it, now I can hear my bracelets moving, Joey. Now I think it would be summer, and it most likely it is because it's prior to the election. All right. Probably not, but I'll work on it. All right. So before we go any further, I've got a guest today, and I always ask this question when this guest comes on. I always ask the question: who would like to make 3% a month? Who would like to be able to make and do it realistically? How many of you would like, just type of one in the room, would like to effectively make 3% in gains per month, which would come out to 36% per year? And it can be done. And it can be done with my next guest. Joey, bring on my guest. It is going to be Ron Wheeler. And currently, he's going through what we call the options paycheck experience. And Ron is extremely well versed in the world of options. He knows how to teach it to a point that even a caveman can understand. Yes, I'm going back to the Geico commercial. Absolutely. Because it's being reinvigorated on Geico. Then Joey put a poll up there. Would you like to make 3% a month? All right. And it's not like it's far-fetched, a whole lot of moving parts. It is really simple. And Ron, one, thank you for being here. And two, let everybody know how they could effectively make 3% in the market per month to equal out to 36% per year.
Well, it's easy, actually. So what we do is, and most of you know me, but what we do is we do option credit spreads. We do them on stocks, we do them on indexes, And last year, my official numbers that I got for the end of the year, we actually did 37%. So not too bad. We hit our 3% goal. And I did that. And this is actually kind of the interesting part. I trade a lot of SPX options and I trade a lot of stocks. Last year was my second worst year ever of trading the SPX index. I only made like 12% on the SPX. That was my second worst year ever. My first worst year was 2018, where I only made 8% on the SPX. So last year, I did 2 trades. And this, all I do is 2 trades. I do bull puts when the market is rising, and I use the do for that from VectorVest. So all I do is bull puts. Bull puts on stocks, bull puts on SPX. When the market is going down, we're going to do down. I do bear calls on the SPX, and I do bear calls on individual stocks. It's 2 trades. That's all you have to do. I was looking at my numbers for 2000. What is this? 24. I almost said 2012. That's a long time ago. I was looking at my numbers for 2022 as well, and I showed that I was up around, I think 37% then too. If I'm not, actually, I can look at those numbers again. I was up $82,000, I think, for the last 2 years. 37% of that was last year, so the remaining would be the year before. But this is legit. This is real stuff. I take these trades every Monday with my live coaching.
And guess what, Ron?
And
I got Dan in the room, says he's up 3.37% this week with SPX credit spreads.
Awesome. And like I said, this is something that I've been doing now for probably 15 years. I've been doing this with VectorVest for 8. It really does boil down to just 2 trades that you have to know. And the beauty of it is, it doesn't matter if you're retired. It doesn't matter if you're working full time. You can make this trade what you need it to be. I was reading an email, and I use this email as an example in some of my classes, where one of the gentlemen, Joe, that took my class, had done like 350 trades in 10 months. That's way more trades than I do. I think last year I might have done, for the bull puts and bear calls, I might have done 135 trades. So I average about 10, 12 trades a month. And I trade about, the only trades I trade for this is with my clients. So I trade Mondays, and occasionally I do it on Wednesdays for the credit spreads as well. And I basically spend an hour and a half a week doing it. If you only have 15 minutes, that SPX that they just talked about, that's a great trade for you to come in there and learn. But this stuff has been working for, the last 15, 20 years that I've been teaching it. I came from being a day trader where I was looking at Fibonacci and Gann and Elliott wave and all that kind of stuff and all that complicated money management. Doing these options trades makes life easier. It's something that you can passively do. It's something that has repeatedly performed as we expected it to. And like I said, it's not just me saying that. I have the numbers to back myself up. If you're interested, we've got a class coming or a seminar coming that kind of talks a little bit more about it. And Glenn can put up the link. It's like vectorvest.com/OP register. But, I'm really excited about this stuff because, it just works. I can't say anything else. One of my mentors in trading, he always used to get excited when we would do day trading and stuff. He's like, the best part of my job is I don't have to make blank up. And that's the best.
Joey, can you put the page up that I've got, please? Do I need to change? There we go. All right, so I've got the link as www.vectorvest.com/OPC for the options paycheck. And as you can see, it says the options paycheck experience. You can register right from that link that I just gave you. And this is what I like about this. By the end of the program, you will know exactly how calls and puts work, have clear signals telling whether to place a bullish or bearish trade, quickly identify the stocks that make the best candidates, Set up an income trade so that it gives you 70% better success rate. Have a trade management game plan in place prior to placing the trade. Confidently enter and exit the trades with your broker and implement a system that allows you to safely and consistently generate income. But those are the things that and if those are the things that are interesting to you, lost Ron's audio. Did you shut Ron down? Ron, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I haven't said anything. I was just listening to you.
Okay. So I didn't think he went away. Dance with Chad.
Nope.
I really, really, really would appreciate closed captions. There are many of us with hearing issues and injuries that prevent us from fully participating. Can they do, Joey, closed caption while we're live?
No, we don't. We don't do closed captioning while we're live because we want the interaction. The delay's too long for YouTube to do the closed captions for us.
Okay.
So if you go back and watch it, there will be closed captions on the replay.
So Dance with Chad, after this is up on the YouTube channel, you can go back and watch, and you'll have the closed caption. I hear you, Jazz. Please don't spam it. I hear you. Joey can see it too, and he'll work on it. All right. So Dance with Chad, if you watch this after the live, you can watch the recording with the closed caption. All right. Joey says the delay on the closed caption doesn't work very well. All right.
No, we don't do closed captioning while we're live because we want the interaction.
All right. So, Ron, one, thank you for being here. Two, you're always welcome here. And folks, hit the one for letting Ron know he was well appreciated for coming here. All right, please do. Ron's got a lot of stuff going on, and for him to take some time out of his day to talk about the options paycheck, I for one thank you, and I'm sure that VV Nation thanks you as well. Hit that like button as well. I hit the one, hit the like button, and then Ron again. You've got a webcast coming up today. You had one yesterday?
I did. I had two yesterday. I have one tonight. And that's what the OP register link is for if you want to register for our free introductory, just to talk a little bit more about how we do it and all that kind of stuff. So
that's www.vectorvest.com/OP register. OP register. And he's got several different free webcasts that talk a lot about what the options paycheck is all about. Ron, I have one question with 25 parts. Mm-hmm. Jay, you're in timeout. You're just in timeout right now. Thanks, Ron. I'm scared of option maybe someday. Charlene, stop doing that to yourself. I've had an opportunity to meet you, Charlene. Don't do that to yourself. Options are a great way to leverage your money. Ron will make it so that he will demystify the world of options. He really, really will. I was also, and Jay says, I was also until I took this course. Charlene, take the course. If not even taking the course, go listen to the webcast. www.vectorvest.com/OP register. All right, so do that. If nothing else, just watch it. Just watch it. All right, with that, Ron, thank you for being here. We're going to continue on with Trending Thursday. Again, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button on the way as Ron leaves. Thanks, Ron.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ron.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Let's go on to all of the other stuff, all of my other stories that I have for the day. I got a lot of stories, and because I do have a lot of stories, it's gonna be a little bit of fast pace today. It's gonna be a little bit fast paced today. So let's go move over to the web. I saw that. Let's get to TSMC. Big move today. Big move. TSMC rises on bullish call for chip growth. The biggest thing between Ryan and I, we've been talking a lot about AI. I just did a video on AI, but I also did a video where AI is going to pull another industry up, which I think is cybersecurity. If you haven't watched that video, I believe it was the Monday or Tuesday video, go check it out. I think the hype with AI is not going anywhere, and with AI, you're going to need safety, cybersecurity. I've given you some of the best cybersecurity stocks that I can give to you as well. So with that, Taiwan Semi announces major global expansion and capital investment plans for 2024 after the quarter four beat. They're going to be going into countries like Germany and in Japan. TSM is going to be making chips all over the place. And the cool thing is that we're taking a lot of that chip business out of China. Now, with that, with the Taiwan Semi story, Advanced Micro Devices sets record high in the wake of Taiwan Semi. When one does good, they seem to all do good. All right, when we look at Advanced Micro, AMD going up, AMD price target lifted at TD Cowen as analysts expect a solid four quarter results. I think a lot of these companies in that space, especially the Magnificent Seven or in the chip space or the AI space, they look like they're going to come in hot and come in good. TSM had its earnings, and they beat, Richard. They beat. Should also be for ASML, KLA, absolutely. A lot of these other companies will ride the coattails of TSM earnings. Where does SMH fit in with this? What is SMH? You got me at a I don't know. I don't know. Up 7.3% today, TSM. So, Mark, if it's another semiconductor, I'm going to say that a lot of the chips, a lot of the semiconductors should be able to ride the coattails of TSM. All right. So now getting off of that, next story.
Okay, Joey.
Well, so they can't hear you berating me right now and yelling at me? Okay. Joey was in the background berating me and yelling at me. I want everybody to know. All right. Next story. Remember I just did a story on Honda yesterday in regards to the solid state batteries? In today's story, Honda to focus on selling hybrid vehicles like trucks this year. The interesting part of this story is I'm wondering how many other companies may follow the same path. Let me get your input on it. How many of you think that the Fords, the GMs, the Stellantis may also follow the path that Honda is? Type of 1 if you think that they'll follow that path. Type of 2 if you don't think so. I think that Tesla's going to be the only one that doesn't, Bill. I agree with you. Well, because Tesla doesn't make a hybrid. Tesla makes it all electric. All right, I'm very interested. Honda stepped out and said that they're going to go sell hybrids. I wonder if Ford and GM and Stellantis go down the same path. That's going to take away from EV sales. Takes away from EV sales. Lithium is going to continue to go down. So this actually has a little bit of a domino effect, right? It has a little domino effect. If Honda does it and the other major car companies do it, it's going to hurt EVs. It's going to hurt lithium. Kind of interesting. All right, so that's the reason why I picked out this story. Next story, Bank of America upgrades Apple. Why? Because of the Vision Pro. The Vision Pro is an expensive goggles. I don't even think I'm buying it. I'm not all that into virtual crap anyway. That's not my deal. Government may prevent us from buying hybrids. John, you know something? I think they will do, just like they gave the incentives to buy the electric cars. I think that if the market, the people, aggressively go after buying hybrids, I don't know what the government's going to be able to do to stop that except for give bigger incentives for all electrics. You know, that's about the only thing that I think that they can do. They can't make me go buy an EV to a certain degree. That's another topic of conversation that I don't want to get into. But I think that if the companies that make the cars start making hybrids and people feel a little bit more comfortable with having both gas and electric, I think the demand will grow. I think that the demand will grow, John. And I don't think the government can stop it from a certain perspective. All those EVs in Iowa are still frozen, says Mark. I think that when people see stories like that, they would rather have a vehicle that gives them an option. The government has lots of money for incentives. Our tax dollars. Absolutely, Sonny. I agree with that too. Again, I don't want to go down that path. But, these glasses ain't cheap. Where's the mouse? These glasses ain't cheap. These glasses are what? Analysts also hike. No, I want to see how much these are. Anybody know? These things are a lot of money. I don't know how much. They're a lot. Somebody find out how much these VR glasses are. They're a lot of freaking money. All right. So I got Apple in my list today. I don't know if it's the right time to still buy Apple. $3,000. Thank you, Pedro. That's $3,000. $3,500 for some goggles. $3,500 for some goggles. Drew says Honda and Toyota realize their customers prefer hybrid overall, electric. Toyota's had the Prius forever, right? Toyota's, I don't know how much they've sold though. All right, VR is wild. Tried fighter jet and VR, need strong stomach. Wow. I'll go try them out. Hey, if anybody's got some, how about this? I'm gonna put it out there. If anybody's got some Apple VR glasses, I would love to come to your location wherever you are and do a story live with you guys on VR. But you got to be close to North Carolina. All right, next story. Bank of America again says these 3 healthcare stocks have up to 160% upside potential. It's RLAY, Jazz Pharmaceutical, and ARAR. I want to know if this is just hype or if this is real. Would you suggest a tight stop on NVIDIA? I would. When does earnings come out on NVIDIA, or did it already? I got to look. I think earnings come out on NVIDIA. If that's the case, it's tough playing a stock before earnings unless you play an options called a straddle, where you can take advantage of either direction. Have a good day, Jay. It's tough because anything can happen. And no matter how positive everything looks, they could come out and say, well, we had a soft fourth quarter and we're going to guide lower. So market just had a big jump up, says Janice. Crap. That means all my contras I'm in, some of those stops are going to hit. That's what that means. Some of those stops are going to hit on those contras that I jumped into yesterday. All right. So someone asked me about Boeing. Oh, that's my next story. Airbus is now pulling ahead of Boeing's troubles as Boeing's troubles mount. I like Boeing. I think it's a great stock in the aerospace and defense with all of the contracts they've gotten. But I think a lot of people are going to be starting to pull back on those contracts as they've had more troubles. Gosh darn it. Every time Boeing starts to take a foot forward, they take 10 steps back. Something always happens. So I would be looking at I'd be looking at Airbus right now because I'm wondering if a lot of those contracts are going to move from Boeing over to Airbus. I'm curious to see. All right. Microsoft looks to surpass expectations on cloud strength. AI again. All right. I own Microsoft as one of the best stocks that I have in my personal portfolio right now. I'm playing the ETF on it. It's done well. Boeing has to change its open door policy. Wow, Mark, that's messed up. Wow, that's too soon, Mark. That's dang.
No, God, please, no.
Holy smokes, Mark. Wow. All right, going to the next story. How many of y'all are still waiting for weed to move? Cannabis stocks rally as support builds for DEA rescheduling. I don't know if it's time to buy weed stocks, but all it really needs is some kind of governmental intervention to decriminalize marijuana. And once that happens, I think everybody's looking for that opportunity. Stop laughing at Mark. All right, stop pushing this. I think if the DEA starts to decriminalizing, if the government, more so than the states, if the government starts to decriminalize marijuana, I think it's ready to rock and roll. Greg says, actually pretty funny. Y'all are so wrong. All right, so I got one more. Chief strategy. Oh, see, and in that weed thing, Chief Strategy Officer Denise Faltishek is buying up Tilray. And it shows in the story a few people Joey, a few people are buying up weed stocks. Well, it's in particular Tilray. So that could be one of the stocks that are moving into space as well. Is it okay to buy QQQ? Ooh-wee. Are you ready to jump to QQQ already? Bring up my graph. Let's go look at QQ. What's telling you that it's okay to buy QQQ? All right. So we'll start with that, Shellish. What's telling you that it's okay to buy QQQ? It's at a 1 month high. Let's go see. It's at a 3 month high. It's at a 6 month high. Going back to the market, looking at the VVC, the market's in the channel, but the Qs are rising. Would I buy the Qs yet? I'd be very careful. How about that? Shellish? I'd be careful. I do like the move. I do like that it's at a 3 month high. I do like that the volume is pretty steady. I would just be careful. It did gap up today. It is trading at session highs today. But when I look at, the Qs are looking at about 4,300 stocks, whereas our VVC is looking at the move of over 9,000 stocks. The move of over 9,000 stocks is saying be careful. But the individual NASDAQ or the Qs is on the rise. The choice is yours. All right. I would look for some market timing behind it. If I bring up the market timing graph, where's the DEW went down yesterday? Yep, the DEW went down. The primary wave is down. Let me go look at the home page. The primary wave is down. No red light in the color guard pricing column, but the DEW primary wave are both down. I'd be very careful. Buying the Qs. But if the Qs are moving, dang it. Go for it. It is a new 3 month high. Somebody said it's at a 10-year high. It is at a 10-year high. Do you think that it's overextended? You got to take a look at that as well. So Shalish, I like that it's moving up. I need some market timing to back me up. How about that? I need some market timing for confirmation. Does that make sense, Shalish? Does that make sense? I see the move. I like the move. Look at all-time 10-year high. I like all of that. I like all of that. Oh, but you know what else? Am I getting a double top? Ooh, look at that, Shalesh. Am I getting a double top on the NASDAQ? Could that be a possible reversal? What else am I looking for? I'm with you, Michael. Earnings. Earnings is going to be the biggest mover of the market. Earnings is going to be the solidifier of direction. Earnings is going to be the solidifier of direction. Bill says, no, it's not a double top. Okay. I told you I have a hard time reading all those graphs that way. All right. I got one more story. Where's my stories? Sorry. I got one more story, and this comes from our website. Go to www.vectorvest.com. Once you get there, this is what it looks like. This is our main website. Go over to where it says articles. We try to put out articles for you every day. And another stock in my list is, if you haven't already cut losses on Lucid, it's time to pull the plug. And here's 3 reasons why. We try to give you at least one stock. We try to give you at least one stock every day. There's three stocks for the 17th. These are stocks that made big news. This is a news source. This is our blog. This is a news source here at VectorVest that you can get news on stocks that are moving. All right. So, and from here, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, you can always get a not to this channel, but to the software itself, you can get a 30-day trial. You can get a 30-day trial. And we give you these stories every day. And then if you like specific things like swing trading, look at that. What is range trading? What is range trading strategy? The best strategies for trading ranges. Look at that. If you're into options, right? If you're into options, we have option stories for you as well. The last one was on the 12th. How to make money trading options. Retirement. For those of you who are looking for, personal retirement planning, your guide to getting started. Folks, so we talk about stocks, we talk about the market, but if you want news on specific stocks that can help you make money in the market, you can always go to our main website, www.vectorvest.com, okay? Go to articles, and they are segmented out into 4 different, if I just click articles by itself, here's the stories that are hot stories, and we use the VectorVest system to talk about why we feel the way we feel about these stocks. www.vectorvest.com, go over to the articles. That's something that we don't talk enough about, but I'm going to make a concerted effort. Mark says, good news. I didn't know this was VectorVest. Now you know. Now you know. For those of you who think that this is, important enough to go visit, type a 1. We'd love for you to go, even if, and this is for people who are not even subscribers to the VectorVest system. All right? We're not, if you're not a subscriber to the VectorVest system, this could wet your whistle to get you to become a subscriber to the VectorVest system. We give this information to you every single day, and you can take a 30-day trial right from here. All right. See, a lot of you didn't know that it's there. We don't talk about it enough. All right. Let's get into my listing of stocks for today. All right, let's get into my listing of stocks for the day. Here's my big news stories. Here's NVIDIA, AMD, TSM, noticed by VST. They're at the top of the list. They're all buy recommendations. I keep saying that this is a hot space, and I think that cybersecurity is going to go right along with this. That's my next hot space coming into 2024. Microsoft, Apple got upgraded, up 3.5% today. Here's my stocks for marijuana. There's the ETF for marijuana, and then, of course, Tilray. Both of them are down today. But we're going to see how, every year the government says that they're going to, decriminalize marijuana. Once that happens, folks, I think the floodgates open. I think the floodgates open for marijuana stocks. All right? Would I buy them? No. No. Would I keep them on my watch list? Yes. In regards to Boeing, here's Airbus. I think that they're going to be the beneficiary of Boeing's woes. All right? I think that they're going to be the beneficiary of Boeing's woes. All right? Honda. The story with Honda. What was the story with Honda? I forgot what the story with Honda was. Sigh. What was the story with Honda? Honda, Airbus, Bank. Oh, was it no. Oh, on hybrid cars. You're on hybrid cars. So keep your eyes on that. And then the 3 companies from Bank of America said, oh, these companies can go up 160%. They're all drug companies. The only one that's got an upside potential is Jazz, with a relative value of 1.28. That's the only positive sign that I see in any of these stocks. The other 2 are in uptrends, but are fundamentally unsound. Jazz at least has the ability to outperform a AAA corporate bond by 28% over the next 1 to 3 years. And Jazz has positive earnings growth, 15%, and sales growth of 3%. Now, Relay Therapeutical, they're selling a lot of stuff. And Arrowhead Pharma, negative earnings growth, negative sales growth. So when I look at a company like Bank of America saying, hey, these stocks can go up, I want to see if they really have any breadth behind it. Honda has flying cars. Who says that they have flying cars? I didn't say that. I'm not saying that. I don't want to buy Jazz Pharmaceutical. I think Hip Hop Pharma is... Oh, my gosh. Really? Hold on. I'm going to put this, though.
I love it!
All right. I'm going to put that. Even though I really didn't want to say that, John, but I do sort of kind of love it if they did. All right, and then here's Lucid. Lucid is just getting killed. Lucid is getting, I know Jazz. I do support Jazz. You know, when I do a wedding, during the cocktail hours, always smooth jazz. Always smooth jazz. You are on mute, Ron. MRP, are you that far behind? You must be way far behind because Ron is not on anymore. All right. Honda Jets, too. Do they have jets? I don't know. But flying cars is funny. All right, so here's the stocks that are on my list from the big news. I do like the tech stocks. What else is moving up today? I do like Airbus as a way of overcoming Boeing. You're going to slowly but surely watch a lot of interest move from Boeing right now to Airbus. Don't let, I don't want to hear you say that your Uncle Glenn didn't let you know. All right, so I'll just put that out there. All right, let's talk about some fish that I'm going to give to you. Cherry picking from the MPI. All right. Am I bullish in this market? The answer to your question is I don't think I'm fully bullish, but I do see us now bouncing off this level of support. I'm looking for follow through to see if we can get up to this level of resistance. All right, and if we break through, of course, then we have some more upside. I do like that the MTI is now back below the levels of being overextended. All right, but for how long will that stay? Nice little channel. Let's go back to the viewers. So here's my stocks that are moving up, but these are all MPI enhanced stocks. All right, let's graph all of these real quick. These are fish. I'm giving you some fish. MPI, look at that. Rambus, a little bit of a sideways move, a little volatile back and forth, but still bottom left, top right. Nice bounce. Look at that. Nice bounce off a level of support. I just got trigger. Trend is already there. Let's go to the next one. Onto Innovation, another semiconductor. Again, all of these semis might have a run up. Nice gap up, coming up to a 3-month high. Theoretically, I'd like to see us break above that first, but I like the move. Hammer, and look at that run up. We got trend, we just got trigger. All right, let's go to the next one, which is clock. Semiconductor. How about these semiconductors all moving up together? Gap up, I got trend, I got trigger. Volume is pretty steady. I do like it. Vico. New 3-month high. I don't like the volume though. I don't like the stock. There's a hammer. Nice run up. I don't like the stock moving up as volume is moving down. We do have trend. We do have trigger. Or we do have trend. We do have trigger. I don't like this. This is a bearish divergence. Form. Another semiconductor. I got trigger, I got trend. A lot of these semiconductors are being found by the MPI. A cam. We got trigger, we got trend, bottom left, top right. I like to move up on this. When will the tech sector get some love? It's getting some love right now. The chip part of it is. It's getting some love right now. John says up over 39% on Apple calls, bought it in the base when RT was below 1. I think that the Bank of America upgrade because of the goggles might be a mover for Apple. All right, I might have to actually seriously think about getting back on board with Apple. We'll see. And what else is in the list? VNT. Remember, these are all cherry picks from the NPI. Bottom left, top right, coming off a 3-month high, gap up. I'd like to see it take out the 3-month gap. All right, what other fish do I have for you? Midas Touch. All right, these are Midas Touch picks. All right, these are Midas Touch picks. Let's go graph them, but with the Midas Touch graph. Let's go graph layout, Midas Touch. I got the Midas Touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Oh, baby. I do like the moving averages on the stop price and the moving averages on RTO rising. I don't like gappy stocks, but it is moving up. Bottom left, top right. This is as big as stocks can gap up is as big as they can gap down. Gap up, gap down. So I could probably find a better stock, but it meets the criteria for the Midas Touch. Ramp, a lot is selling back today. Big wick at the top of the candle today. Still hasn't faded today's gap, which is a positive sign. But from a Midas Touch perspective, I'd be careful with this. It looks like there's a lot of giving back. Ship, on the other hand, look at that. Nice open candle, little wick at the top, coming off of 3-month high. I like it. I like the stock. I'd really look to see if we can get above that 3-month high, though. I'd look to see if we can get above the 3-month high before I pull the trigger. What else is here? IVVD. I do like this move since the gap never faded. It was aggressively going higher. Watch that wick. I'm thinking I'd like to see it go above that level of 473 before I pull the trigger. Last stock in here, wrap, bottom left, top right. Not a lot of volatility in it, but I'd also like to see it take out that 3-month high. All right, so those are fish that I'm giving you, both from the Midas Touch and from the NPI. Now, I've got something, and I think I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow. I'm trying to locate a way to find multi-bagger stocks, okay? I'm trying, and you're right, Ryan did talk about shipping last night, and it's interesting how that shipping stock found its way into one of my cherry-picking searches. So there you go. I want you guys, Mark, I'm giving you a task. Are you here, Mark? Mark, I'm giving you a task. Mark, are you here? Or if anybody else is willing to do so. Every Trending Thursday, I'm going to give you what I think. Thank you, Mark. I want you to write these down or put these into a watch list. And Mark, I want you to keep a running watch list. Everyone in here can do it as well. I want Mark Norton, or Mark, if you want to do it as well. Everybody, if you want. I want you to keep a running watch list on these stocks that I'm going to give you on a weekly basis. Okay. My goal here is I created a search. I'm not going to divulge that search yet. Okay. This is something that I'm playing around with. And as a matter of fact, I will divulge it, but it will be in tomorrow's video. It's going to be in tomorrow's video. Joey, you slipping Ryan's picks into Glenn's watch list, team player. He didn't do none of that. Anyway, I'm going to do a video about this search, and it's going to be called, multi-baggers. I did a lot of work into finding these stocks. Yeah, and I think tomorrow I'm going to give you another list of stocks of what I think are going to be multi-bagger stocks. All right, Joey didn't put nothing into none of these lists. That's going to be my video for tomorrow, how to find multi-bagger stocks. And I will divulge the search tomorrow. But in the meantime, Mark, I want you on a weekly basis to write down these stocks. And we're going to see if we can find some multi-bagger stocks out of here. All right. I'll put it in the JC watch list folder. That's funny. All right. I think that's all that oh, no, portfolios. Let's go see what my portfolios are doing. I've got portfolios. Let's go see what my portfolios are doing. I did 2 videos on cybersecurity. I told you, I think that was hot. I did one on 1/11 of this year. It's up over 1%. And then 4 days later, I did another one. It's up 0.58%. I'm telling you, cybersecurity is going to be hot this year. I don't know why I have this one. Midday market picks down. That sucks for me. My top 10 picks for 2024. Down a little bit, but this is just the beginning of the year. Trending Thursday picks. All right, we're going to see if we can add some more to here, depending on what your picks look like. All right, let's go back to the viewers tab and let's get into your picks. And depending on, I would take a 5-bagger. Well, we'll see. Joey, is Glenn using your strategies? No, nope, I'm not getting into it. I'm so not getting into it. I'm looking for 10 stocks. And we're going to look at those stocks and we're going to see if I want to add any of them to the Trending Thursday portfolio. SMH, okay? 1, Uber. 2, Modine. 3, WS Williams-Sonoma. Yep. 4, AMAT, Applied Materials. 5, SPY. 6, stop it. JFIN doesn't exist. Does it? It does. Psych. 7, TWD. 8. TWD is not there. BLD. 8. VGSH, 9, AVGO. I'll give a few more. SMCI, comma, Rolls-Royce. Rolls, RYCEY, comma, SRUUF. What the heck is that? Uranium. MPTI, comma, Tidewater, TDW. All right. Let's go see. These are your stocks that you've given to me. Depending on which stocks I see, I may add them to my Trending Thursday portfolio. Buy VST, top builders at the top of the list. Man, look at all of these. You gave me all good stocks. Look at these CIs. Look at these VSTs. The only bad one is VGSH. It's at the bottom of the list. But you guys gave me all good stocks. Let's go see if any of these are worth it to put into my portfolio for Trending Thursday. Let's go take a look. TSM forecast this morning, 20% growth on AI. I just did another video. I did a short on it. AI is here to stay. AI is here to stay, and it's going to drag cybersecurity with it. I'm not a fan of Builder right now because it's in a channel. I'm looking for stocks that are rising up. I do like the move from the bottom left to the top right. I needed to break above that level of resistance before now this is what I'm looking for. Modine, bottom left, top right, hitting a new 3-month high. Let's go look at putting that into the watch list. Modine, let's go to portfolios. Trending Thursday picks. Ooh, interesting. I'm using market timing though. Let's edit. It's using the R key. I gotta take short stocks. I can change that though, right? I can. Rules down. I'm gonna put rules down. I gotta change this up a little bit. Because if I'm gonna use market timing, I'd play the market down when the market's down. Or. Let's go do this. The RT kicker. I'll use that. On the rules down, I'm still going to go to cash. On the rules down, I'm still going to go to cash. Let's go see. Now we're neutral. I can buy during a neutral. I did that on purpose so we could put stocks in here. What was the stock I'm looking at? Modine. Let's go to edit. No, add MOD. Yeah. Let's take this off a little bit. Save. Now let's add a trade. MOD. I like the trade. MOD. You down with MOD? Yeah, you know me. Hey, Joey, you down with a MOD? Supply. Click on OK. I do like that trade, so we got that in there. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's move this. There we go. I do like that. AVGO, I'm looking to see if we can take out this 3-month high before I pull the trigger. We're close to it, though. Bottom left, top right. Actually, let's change the layout to the near perfect indicator. I still like the trade. I'd like to see it break above the 3-month before I buy. MPTI, I like the move, but it's a down day. I would never buy a stock on a down day. Same thing with SMCI. Down day. A little bit more volatile in the move as well. I have trend and I have trigger, but I've got a downward move. Rolls-Royce, I like the cheapness of the stock. I like the space it's in. It's in a channel and we lost trigger. Cover your shorts, Glenn. Just watching out for you. Thank you, Mike. I am. Broadcom is so expensive, tough for options. Is it? How much is it? Wow, it's $1,100. Yeah. They need to split. Rolls-Royce, again, I like, but it's in a channel. I wanted to break out of the channel. Uber just broke out of the channel today. We're going to add Uber to the list as well. Add trade. Uber. UBER. I like that. I like that stock, and I cannot lie. Those other stocks can't deny. $1,000. I got $1,000 per position because we got a $100,000 portfolio. I can put up to 100 stocks in here, right? So just over time. I'm gonna trade this all year. I'm gonna trade this all year. So now, and I'll put this stops in there. I'll activate the stops before we leave. All right, what else? Williams Sonoma, I like the move. I'd like it to break above the 3. You know, it did gap here. It faded the gap and came back in. I'd like to see, I got both trigger and trend, but I'd like to break above that 3-month breakout. This is just gapping out. I need to see if this level holds. All right, AMAT, bottom left, top right, pulled back off the high, found a level of support. Didn't quite get there, but moving up. It broke to a level of resistance. I need confirmation. SMH hitting another semiconductor. Market vectors. That's a ETF, evidently. To play the whole space. I got a lot of buying pressure here. SMH. Let me add that to the list. SMH. Shaking my head. SMH. Get the price now. Target $1,000. Notice I'm putting $1,000 into each position. So it's evenly weighted. All of these stocks are evenly weighted in this portfolio. Price weighted. No. I like TDW coming off and starting to rise. I need more confirmation. A little bit of indecision going on today. I got a little bit more buying pressure. I just got trigger. I can find a better stock. I need it to look a little better than that. SRUF, I'm a big fan, so is Ryan, of uranium. I do like the bottom left, top right move. I'd like to see it break above. We've got trigger. We've had trend for 3 months. I like that play. But before I put it on right now, I would like to see it take out the 3 month. JFIN, no. Just no. Spiders, same scenario. I like the move. Bottom left, top right. Let's break out above that level of the 3-month high. We just got trigger. Trend has been there, but let's get some confirmation. And VG, no, I'm not ready to take this either. These bars are so small. A lot of indecision each and every day. All right, Joey, put me on my last screen. Look at that. Before 3 o'clock. Oh, let me tell you about the stops first before Joey takes me. Let me put the stops back on. These are 10% trailing stops. I'm going to click on save. Oops. Let's go back. Let's go put this on. I'm not going to touch this portfolio again until next Thursday. All right, the only time I'm going to make trades in this Trending Thursday portfolio is going to be on Trending Thursday. So let me edit real quick. Stop criteria, 10%. Try to maintain 10 positions. I'm not buying from a search. So once it hits the 10%, it should get us out. It should get us out. All right, so these are stock picks from Trending Thursday from your stocks. We're going to see how they work out. Why can't we use moving average crossovers in the back tester and portfolios as stop criteria? Because it has not been created in the software to be doing that. I would love for that to happen. I would love for that to happen. SMH, trigger and trend, we're in it. Mark, we're in it. That's one of the stocks that I did like. All right, now, Joey, can you put me on the last screen? Unless you're sleeping.
What?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Did I wake you up?
I'm awake.
All
I'm
right.
awake.
Look at that. All before 3 o'clock. All before. We covered a lot of material and we had a special guest. We covered a lot of material and we had a special guest. I told you today was going to be fast moving. Ryan's got a video coming out tonight. Make sure you check it out. It's going to be the 6 p.m. video tonight. And I am going to see how well these multi-bagger picks work out for us. I'm going to have 5 more multi-bagger possibilities tomorrow, and I will divulge the search behind it. And you'll understand why I like these stocks from a multi-bagger position. All right? So, as we look at today, mixed market. No, actually, up market. But all 3 lights being represented in the color guard. We'll just keep our eyes on all of that. Joey is awake. All right. If you haven't hit the like button, we got 74 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. It's a nice way of saying that it was worth it for you to stop by today. If you're not a subscriber to the VectorVest system, We got 99-cent trial. I showed you how to look at the VectorVest website to see stories that we put up there every day for you. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. All right, what's a multibagger? A stock that can go up 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times or more. That's what a multibagger is. You know, if I can make 100% on the stock, that's that's great. I'm talking about making hundreds of percent on a stock. That's what a multi-bagger is. Does that help you out, James? And that's what I'm trying to see if this search will do that for you. All right, so tomorrow's video is going to be about trying to find multi-bagger stocks and using the VectorVest system to do just that. All right, how many likes? 89, almost 100 likes. You know me, I like to always get 100 likes before we leave. If we do, great. If we don't, that's fine. I'm never going to twist your arms to make you hit the like button. But it's just a good, don't say that, Jeff. All right, it is a nice way of just saying thank you for stopping by, telling us thank you for stopping by. All right, with that, I got to log off. So let me get working on a couple other things for you. What do you do when you have stocks with 100% and up? Hold or sell? Jazz, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, if I'm up 100%, I am going to take half off the table and let the other half run. I'm going to lock in those profits. Even if it's up 30, 40, 50%, I'm going to do the same thing. I don't want to, if I can make that kind of change on a stock, 30, 40, 50%, I'm taking that off the table. I'm taking half off the table. Let the other half run. I'm paying with the bank's money, the house's money right now. You say you hold lots of that. If you're able to find stocks that go up like that, Jazz, take half off the table and let the other half ride all the way, the rest of it way up. All right? Fitz is right. Play with the house's money. All right. I got to go. Adios, arrivederci. Ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. Until next time, folks. See ya.